back in the studio with another video in 4K. Ooh. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. Today we're gonna look at a brand new plugin from the guys at Klevgrand. Yes, the guys who make all the dopest lo-fi plugins out there. Some of the dope lo-fi plugins out there at a very affordable price. They just brought a brand new plugin that is a Bitcrusher that's supposed to give you that old school sample bit crush sound, and and some nice saturation and all that to your sounds. And we're going to take a look at that today. It is called Degrader, so we're going to look at that. But before we get there, if you can, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud at MrDifferentTV, and also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and join the different gang so you can know when I drop something new all the time. I'm about to turn up this. I'm going to go ham the last little bit of this year. So just make sure you do that and follow me. So let me first play this track real quick, and then we'll jump right to the Degrader so you can hear this. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to say shout out to DJ Av for inspiring me with this lo-fi trap style. You know, I had to make me a lo-fi trap beat. Sorry, DJ Av, I had to do it, bro. But anyway, let's get right to the beat, and then we'll jump right to Degrader. So yeah, there's a little sample of a little beat I'm working on. Might upload it to YouTube and let it be free download. I don't know yet. If I do, it'll be in the link in the description below. If it does go up, who knows? But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at Degrader by the guys at Klevgrand. And it is, once again, a very simple, intuitive GUI like they always do. I really do appreciate the guys at Klevgrand because they always make a very simple interface. So it's not really, complicated or hard to figure out what you need to do. It's just really it's just laid out nice and simple and easy, just like this. And I like the little black background as well. It makes it very easy to read, especially at nighttime and all that kind of stuff, and that's really straining on your eyes. So let's look at the plugin, what it has to offer, and then we'll go over to some sound stuff with it. I do want to say I'm not a big guy who knows a lot about old school samplers from the 80s and 90s and all that kind of stuff. I don't know too much about that. If you want, videos on people who know more about that, I highly suggest checking out DJ Av and MJ the Future. They make some really detailed videos about those type of samplers and all that, and they know their knowledge about that kind of stuff. Shout out to those guys. So if you want to know details about old school samplers, it ain't gonna be here. This is gonna be just the plugin. So let's go into it. So as we see, the plugin is very simple. You start off with your pre-filter and your post-filter. So basically your pre-filter and post-filter are the type of filters you use before and after the sound. So that's pretty good. So you can kind of, get a little bit of filtering going on before you even start to really affect the sound. So that's really good. You can do one before, which is pre, and post is the before filter. Then you got your four main controls of really the bit crushing and bit reduction that you get. You have your jitter, which adds that kind of jittery, kind of wobbly, kind of, sound to it. I don't know too much about it. Like I said, I'm not super knowledgeable about that, but I know turning it up does give it a nice kind of jittery sound, and you can add a jitter, stuff like that, and I will give some sound samples in a second. Don't worry. You have your sample rate, which is basically the sample rate of the sound source. So you can go from, I think, all the way up to 95 kilohertz to down to 250 hertz, which is, and it gives a different sound depending on what you do, and it takes away frequencies and stuff like that. What the heck? Get the fuck out. What is this? What is that? Bye? What? No. All right. So yeah, it takes away frequencies and stuff like that, kind of like just cutting the frequencies away of the frequencies that can be represented or recreated in the sampler. So yeah, you have your bit depth, which is basically, the bit depth of your sound. You can go from 24-bit all the way to 3-bit, which is insane. I like to stick around 12 to 8-bit stuff because I don't know, something about 12 and 8-bit just sounds amazing. I love 12 and 8-bit sounds, and especially with my drums and stuff like that. It works out. You have a saturation knob, which is basically just saturation, distortion. You have this kind of this waveform monitor that kind of show you how it's really affecting depending on what you do. It changes depending on what you're doing, so you can see it kind of a representation of how it's reducing the bits and all that. So from a smooth kind of smooth audio file to that kind of jaggedy kind of bit reduction. That. Not going into full details about it, just know it's there. Read the manual. But anyway, you have your input and output, so you can drive it and you can back it off. So that's good that you can get more saturation by driving the input and backing up on the output and stuff like that. You have your mix wet knob, and then you have a power knob. Like I said, once again, it's a very simple plug-in. You got your VU meters, and you have your preset selection up here with a couple of categories to get you started. Like I said, overall, it's a very simple plug-in. Nothing special, nothing crazy. It just does it. To me, this is like I hate to say this, it's actually a compliment, a baby Decimor. And it's a great compliment because Decimor, in my opinion, is the best bit reduction plugin out there by D16. But this is definitely a really, really good competitor to it. And on top of that, it's only $20. And you can get on iPhone, and you can get on iPad as well. That was weird. You can get on stop, damn it. And you get on iPad as well to make if you're a mobile producer. So that's dope. I think it's like $9 on iPad. Let's go ahead and play some sounds through it. So we'll start off with some drums because that's what I got on first. We'll play my drums. We'll go to my pattern. And then we will play. Well, I got to find the drum pattern. There we go. And you can hear my drums. So here it is right here. I got it on the 80s sampler. So it is mimicking that 80s sampler, which, there's not too many samplers in that time era. But it is mimicking those sounds, and it sounded the best to me. So let me remove this. So this is without it. Sounds like your normal kind of drum sample. I do have a Transient Shaper and a little clipper on it, so it does get a little clipping going on there. But then when you add that bit reduction, it just kind of adds punch and nastiness to the sound. So and also that saturation as well. A really good example to see how it really affects stuff is when you put on 808. So this is what I got on the 808. So this is the 808 sound by itself. And go to 808. And then with the degrader on. So let's go ahead and mess with some of the parameters real quick. So I got the filters on there. Like I said, you can take the filters off. But it's not really going to do much because it's a 808 and don't have a lot of high frequency content in it. So also one thing I do like about this I should have mentioned is the link feature. So if you link them, it actually links all the channels together so they all move in unison, which is really dope if you're trying to, get like a specific sound. It'll actually move the saturation, sample rate, and jitter together to kind of, to make sure you get the most out of it and get the, like a more accurate representation of like some old school samples and stuff like that. And it's good because it gives you like control over, you don't have to mess with everything. You just move one knob and everything follows suit. So with the jitter, you can hear kind of breaks it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna mess with the sample rate, and that's just gonna kind of take away, kind of reduce the sample rate of the sound. I like a little bit of breakup in there. Then you got your bit depth, and that's gonna start, that's the bit reduction part of the whole Bitcrusher. So 24 bits, and we're just gonna go all the way to get 3 bits. Which automating that would be dope. If you automate that, you can get some crazy kind of effects and all that kind of stuff. Then we have these saturations. So which is a standard saturation. It's more, I think it's more like it looks like to be like a soft clipper. I don't know if it's a hard clipper. It could be a mix, but like in between soft and hard clipping, but it does a job. It's pretty good. And you got a wet, dry knob mix, so you kind of blend it together. You know, and it really works really good. Another thing I did is I added it on this one percussion sound, and it just gave like a really dope kind of bit reduction. I did some crazy bit. I did like the C64 1 preset, and it gives kind of that kind of screaming sound. It just that's dope. That's dope as all out, and it just sounds good. It's just, if it sounds good, it sounds good. And that's what I love about lo-fi. It's not to be the most cleanest sound out there. It's about breaking the sound apart, making it sound low fidelity, make it sound lo-fi. I mean, just make it sound bad to sound good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about it. But back to the plugin. My final version. This is a very good plugin. I mean, for $20, hands down, it's a very good Bitcrusher. It sounds great. It's very clean sounding. It's very easy to use. The UI and everything is amazing. You get some really interesting sounds just by link all the knobs together and then turn one knob, and you just get some crazy kind of bit reduction effects going on there. One thing, like I always say about Klevgrand's plugins that I wish they just need to address is the size of the GUI. Once again, it's bigger. I would say it is bigger than the go-to EQ, but it's still a small GUI. This is more in line of the size of I want to say DAW cassette. Like here's where's DAW cassette at? DAW cassette. So it's about the same size as DAW cassette, just a little bit bigger. I would like a resize function. That would help this plugin out a lot. Like I said, for bigger screens, such as 1440p or 1440p or 4K monitors, it would help if you can resize the GUI. Don't know how easy that'd be, but I'm pretty sure they can do it. And yeah, I love the plugin. I think it's a great plugin. And if you want a Bitcrusher that's affordable, that sounds amazing, get this one. If you can't afford something like Decimal or that, I would definitely recommend getting this. Like, it is amazing, and you will love it. And the possibilities is crazy. And the CPU usage on this thing is unbelievable. So you can have 1 million of them on there, and you use no CPU usage. Now, I would like to see them guys do like a lo-fi reverb and delay next. I hope you're watching this. We need a lo-fi reverb and lo-fi delay with some bit crushing and wobbling effects and chorus and all that. We need that. That would just change the game for you guys. That would just be amazing. But that's my thoughts about Degrader. I highly recommend it. It is a thumbs up for me. I will leave a link in the description below. You can check out yourself. I'm going to be using this on a lot of my projects because it's a very easy, simple to use, very good sounding Bitcrusher, and I think you guys should check it out. So go get the free demo, try it out. Like I said, $20 is on sale right now. It's amazing. Like I said, if you got you got an iPad, you can use it on that as well and be on the go making your beats. So with that being said, you know who it is. It's your boy Slim, aka MrDifferent, not motivated by the money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoy like always. Let me know you guys think about this plugin yourself, and will you be checking it out? And if you are checking it out, have you downloaded and used it? I want to know what you guys think as well. So with that being said, y'all know what it is. Not motivated by money, but like, comment, subscribe, and views. Your boy Slim, and I am out of here. Peace, everybody.